Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Coolest Hero here with returning guest.
Coolest Hero Girlfriend, and we're bringing you part 2 of our gaming holidays.
That's right, and it's part 2, and my god, we got some really good games for you guys. But now in our last video, we discussed more family-friendly games such as Monikers and Sheriff of Nottingham, which are perfect for playing with Grandma, Grandpa, and little Timmy. But what if you want to play something that's a little more, hardcore?
I knew you were going to make that joke.
I saw an opportunity, and I seized it. Anyway, let's tell our viewers about our top 3 board games for more experienced enthusiasts. These board games are great to take out for the holidays, but aren't for the faint of heart.
And by everyone, you mean beginners. But I was one before you showed me the light of these games. And I personally love the first game we were bringing up, Pandemic Legacy. Before even getting to the story or rules, I'm giving you fair warning. There are a lot of pieces, so be prepared for a fun time of setting up and planning and preparing and anyway, the story is this: we are given characters that we can pick from, all who work for the CDC and have different benefits that help meet the month's objective. It starts off simple and happy until the inevitable happens. Then it basically turns into...
Whoa, no spoilers there, Missy. I'm gonna stop you right there. Giving anything away about this game completely ruins the surprise. First things first, let me explain. You've probably seen the original Pandemic game in your local store, whether it be, I don't know, Stop and Shop, Walmart, or wherever you guys do your shopping at.
Barnes & Nobles.
Barnes & Nobles, yeah, they have that too. It's a very popular game with many expansions and is a well-received game. But there is a twist for this version of it. Most board games consist of one playthrough containing its own events and scenarios that consist around the specific playthrough. But this is a legacy game. A couple years ago, some geniuses decided that they wanted to build a board game system that evolved as the players played through it. The first example of this was Risk Legacy, which took the time-tested board game that we all know and love, and sometimes possibly hate, and added this progression system to it. This progression system showed that every event that happened in a playthrough and what they did was they turned it into a campaign that lasted multiple sessions. A year ago, Pandemic Legacy was released, and my god, it is amazing! Whether your team of CDC agents wins or loses, the story progresses over the course of a year, each month bringing new surprises and even bigger twists for the players to play through. That's all we're going to say about this board game. That's all we're going to say about this board game. But if you have time this holiday season and want to play a game that evolves as you do, then this game is a must-buy. And it's definitely good for those people who love to open tons of boxes and tons of other things, because there are a lot of them in this game.
Now for our next game, it's definitely going to resonate with our Star Wars fans, Imperial Assault. It is another long game with many campaigns that can be played. You will want and need a few players for this, because the more people you have on your team, the better. I personally am playing a Jedi right now, who sadly does not yet have her lightsaber. But I definitely will, during our next mission. Anyway, I said, players, teams, the works. There will be 2 sides, basically a DM, aka the Empire, who you will either play as or fight against the rebel players to win the overall campaign.
Well, let's give them a brief synopsis. So unlike Pandemic Legacy, this game is not cooperative. Players will take control of one or 2 sides. The Rebels, which consist of 1 to 4 players, and the Empire, which acts like a dungeon master, controls... let me go back this. Both sides are equally fun. The Rebel players control a specific hero, which they level up and grow as the game plays on, and the Imperial player controls all of the enemies they will face, as well as controls the actual game. You see, the Imperial has a secret book that the other players can't look at, and my god, I love that book. You haven't got to look at it yet.
No, I haven't. I would love to.
You won't. But this book contains all of the enemies and events that will happen over the course of the game, or even the campaign. And let me tell you, as the Imperial player, it's hilarious knowing that as soon as that Rebel player moves, something bad will happen to them. Like, for that one game, you guys are trying to run to this one console, and all of a sudden an AT-ST just pops out of the brush at you guys. You guys are like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was so much fun. Thanks for doing that, dear. Though, I don't know what's worse, that or the Crayolas, which, for all those who haven't played, they are the Imperial Guard troopers, and they freaking hurt. But that's as much info as I can give without too many spoilers.
But the reason we called them Corellas is because of the Robot Chicken episode when he goes like, "Hey, Corella, come up here with your staff of Ron." We just stuck with that, and it's hilarious.
It is. And now on to our next game, another favorite, Cosmic Encounter, which is in my list of top favorite games. Basically, it is a game of trust, where more often than not gets violated repeatedly and harshly. You pick an alien species, which has its own little ability, and your job is to take 5 planets to win. Catch is, your friends own those planets. So, you can make deals to take a friend down, or help each other to serve your own ends. Did I mention there are over 100 alien races to play as, each with their own abilities that break the game?
Each time we play this game, it's always different, and it's usually chaotic. And the best part is, 2 people can win this game. Actually, multiple people can win at the same time. But make sure you're playing this game with a good group of friends, because there is a lot of screwing each other over. My god, it's like prom night. But, sorry. But the reason we are recommending this game is because it's just fun. Cosmic Encounter has been around for years, and Fantasy Flight, the publishers, have just recently published a new version as well as multiple expansions that add even more aliens to mix, different win conditions, and overall for $50 for the base game, it's definitely worth the price. You get so much stuff with it, and for an extra like $15, $20, you can add an expansion on it. But little caveat. Make sure you guys check which expansions to buy if you guys do want to get hardcore into this game, because some are definitely better than others. But now that we listed some of our favorite games for a more hardcore audience, is there any games you would like to see on this list, dear?
Well, if I had to pick, I'd say I would really like to see Fury of Dracula on this list, which is basically a fun hide-and-seek game with Dracula. But if you want to find out more info about this game, look it up.
Well, that was a little harsh, but definitely a good game. If you guys would like to find out more about these games, I will include links to the reviews of the games in the description. I follow these guys called Shut Up and Sit Down. They have a YouTube channel, their own website, and everything else. These guys do really good, great journalism on board games. They specifically review board games, and sometimes they delve into video games. But, however, the links will be in the description. And with that being said, this is Coolish Hero.
And Coolish Hero Girlfriend.
Signing off.